All right, I am live. Hello, hello. This is Lunch with Lisa, and I am here. I know some of you were probably wondering if I was coming on or not, but I did make it. So let me just see here. There we go. All right, everybody. So let's talk a little bit about how you might be scaring men away, some things that you might be doing that are causing men to lose interest. And there are things on dates that we do as women that are not good. So a lot of times a guy won't call you back, and it is depressing. Hello, everybody. It's good to see you. Hi, Melinda and Dallin. It can be depressing when you go on a date, you think it's great, you're really looking forward to seeing this guy, and it doesn't work out. So let's talk about some of the reasons why guys lose interest or disappear. And the first one is that you're being too needy or desperate. This is a big one, ladies, and men can pick up on this from a mile away. Um, they fear being emotionally responsible for us. Men can barely deal with their own emotions. Think about this. A lot of us think, oh, I want to find a guy who's just going to deal with all of my emotions, and he's going to be so amazing. And when I'm on my period, he's going to understand that it's that time of the month and all. Men do not want women who are emotionally needy, and they will run, So when you sit across from a guy and a guy says, "What are you looking for?" And then you say, "Well, this is what I need in a relationship," or "This is what I need from a man." Even using the word need is going to make him think needy. Right? And this is not a positive thing. So you want to be very careful when you're talking. I know I've talked about this before on some of my Facebook Lives, some other ones, but when my husband on our first date said, "What are you looking for in a relationship?" my answer to him was, "I want to have fun," right? I want to have fun. I said, I've been working so hard on myself. And what I really want is to find a great guy and have fun with him. That made my husband go home, my future husband go home and take down his profile the same night and wait for me. He waited and came back. So, men really love it when you want them, but when you aren't needy, right? They want to be wanted. They love it when a woman wants a man, but they don't like it when you're needy. So you got to be very, very careful to make a man not use the word need. I would stay away from that. When a man asks you what you're looking for, do not say to him, "This is what I need in a relationship," and then start going down the list of the things that you need from a man. Okay. That's going to turn them off. It's going to very quickly in the very beginning send them running for the hills. So, the second thing that they're looking for are women who are not trying to fill a hole, find a guy to fill a hole in their lives. So if a man feels like you don't have a full and rich life, and that you're just looking for a man to spend all your time with, and you're looking to fill up your life with a relationship, they are going to run away. It's going to turn them off. If they think that you just, have this husband-shaped hole and that you're just looking for a husband to fill it, they're going to run very, very quickly. And men, I just want you all to think about this. When you're on a date with a man, you've got certain things that you're looking for and listening for from that guy. You want to know that he's got a successful career, that he's got a, full and rich life, that he doesn't have debt, that he earns a good income, that he takes his job seriously. You also want to know that he has room in his life for a woman. You have to you're paying very close attention. And there are certain things that you hear that trigger you that are going to that are going to cause you to switch off very quickly and not want to see that guy again. It's the same for that guy sitting across from you. So men do not want needy women. They do not want women who are looking to fill a hole in their lives with a man, and they can tell, and they're tuned into that. And then another thing that men are run away from, they're tuned into this. They will run away if they feel that you're too dramatic. If you have too much drama in your life, or that you lose it, or that you have you get really your high drama, they are going to run away quickly. Again, they're going to be listening to how you talk about your girlfriends, about your family. They're going to listen if you're super high drama. So you want to be careful. That's going to send them running as well. So be careful. If you're too emotional, they're gonna run. Yeah, men don't know how to deal with emotions, ladies. They don't. And so be very, very, very careful, because when a man thinks that you're too emotional, it's not good. I know that we want to be able to share what's going on with us emotionally with our guy, but a lot of your deeper emotional stuff, like you can say to your guy, I'm having a bad week, or there's a lot of stress at work or whatever, and you can tell him what's going on. Or you can even say, I'm on my period, I'm not feeling my very best, and I just wanted to let you know that. But if you're having deeper, bigger emotional problems that you need to process, and you really need some real time to unravel those things, go to a girlfriend. Don't take it to your guy if you can avoid that. It's one thing to say, I'm having trouble with my friend, and, we had a big blow up and I'm feeling sad about it because I don't know what to do. It's another thing to sit there and think that your guy is going to be able to process that with you. He's not, and being the other thing about being emotional and not being able to have a good handle on your emotions is that a guy doesn't know. He doesn't know what to expect. So if you're an emotional roller coaster and he's going to get, fun Lisa one day and then, emotionally messy Lisa the next day, it's not predictable, and it really does scare guys off. So one thing I highly recommend is do not go on a date, especially in the very beginning with a guy, if you're really if you're in a really bad mood. Just cancel the date, or tell the guy, I'm just not feeling up to my usual self, and could we please reschedule for the weekend? I just need some time. Something happened at work, or something happened with a friend. Something is happening in my life right now, and I'm just not feeling great. And I want to be respectful of your feelings. I want to be respectful of your time, but I don't want to put you in a bad spot. I'm usually so upbeat and I'm so much fun. And today I'm just not feeling like myself. And I want to make sure that, I don't put you in a bad spot. Would it be okay if we rescheduled for Saturday or Sunday or next week? Right. But you want to be you really show up as your best self, especially in the very beginning of dating. So, be sure that you don't go on a date with a guy if you're feeling really emotionally unstable. And again, especially in the very beginning, because when a man first meets you, he's trying to figure out whether you're emotionally stable or not. Just like you want to know if a guy has a good income, if he's successful, if he's going to cherish and adore you, and if he's romantic, you're looking for all these things. One of the big things that men know is that there are a lot of women who are just emotionally unstable, emotionally unpredictable, and they want to make sure that you are able to be upbeat and fun and, have a good handle on your emotions. So even canceling or rescheduling a date, a guy, a great guy is going to be really grateful for that. He's going to appreciate you saying, you know what, I'm just not myself today. Would it be okay? I know we had a date planned, but would it be okay? I really am thinking about you. And, I'm usually so upbeat and fun, and I'm just not feeling 100%. Would it be okay if we rescheduled? So please take that into account, because a guy doesn't want to be with a woman who's emotionally unpredictable. And here's a big one that sends men running: women who they feel are insecure. How does the man know if you're insecure? Post it in the chat. Anybody know how a man can tell if you're insecure? I'd love to hear from some of you. How do you think a man in those first few dates, when he's getting to know you, will be able to tell if you're insecure? Here's what I know for sure. Men are sussing us out just as much. They're trying to tell if we're worth their time and energy just as much as we are. And I know, so Cheryl says clingy. Yeah, Cheryl, clingy, being clingy, like leaning on them too much, calling them, being overly needy. What else? What are some else? He feels our vibes. Uh-huh. He feels your vibe. He can tell that you're not confident, right? He can tell that you're insecure. He can feel kind of a weak, clingy, needy vibe. Yep. Anybody else? How does a man tell that you're insecure? Maybe texting too much, can't accept a compliment. Yes, Donna for the money, can't accept a compliment. He gives you a heartfelt compliment. He tells you, how attractive you are or how beautiful you look, and you brush it off and you say something like, oh gosh, I'm just not that. Really? You think I look good today? I'm not feeling great. Wow, and you blow off his compliment, you dismiss it, and you don't accept it and say thank you. Needing reassurance is another one. Needing reassurance. Asking a guy, how do I look in this? Or do you really think I'm pretty? Yes, Minerva. Hi, Minerva. Hello, honey. Yes, being too agreeable, not having a mind of your own. Imagine not having thoughts of your own, a mind of your own. You're just blah, you don't give him any pushback. You're not fun. You're not sassy. You're not, you don't think for yourself. You just agree with everything he says, right? I mean, that'll go along for a little while. You can be flattering and, oh, wow, that's amazing. And, oh, look at that. And isn't that great? But if you don't have a mind of your own and you don't have ideas and opinions of your own, or if he asks, what would you like to do? And you just say, oh, anything is fine, right? Or you don't give him any feedback and he's asking for it. What kind of food do you like? What would you like? Where would you like to go to dinner? Are there any suggestions? Anything that you would like to do, and you give him no suggestions. Another one is texting him too much, right? Just texting too much, texting when he hasn't even asked, when not giving him a chance to actually reach out to you, but you're texting him, or you're trying to find out, what he's up to, but you're writing to him. That's another sign of insecurity, that you don't let him take the lead, right? You're not letting a man take the lead. That's very much a turnoff. So you're constantly seeking his validation. You're too agreeable. You don't have a mind of your own. They will run away. They don't want to have to constantly keep building you up. A big one is if he compliments something about you physically and you blow it off. Like he tells you that you look great in a pair of jeans and you're like, oh my God, really? I thought these made my butt look big. That would be the biggest turnoff to a guy if you do that. You've got to learn how to accept compliments from a man and really take it in, right? Big one. So, one of the big problems with these things that turn men off, that really do scare them away, is that we often are not aware that we're doing these things. If you are not getting to a second or a third date, if men are not asking you out again, or even if you're getting to a third or fourth date, but then they lose interest in you, here's the real rub of all of this. If a man has asked you out, if he's asked you on a date, he's already attracted to you. He's already physically attracted. Most men will not ask women out on a date unless they already find them physically attractive. He's not going to waste his time. So you've already passed the attractiveness test. But there are things that you're saying and doing in those first few dates that are turning men off and scaring them away. And you have to be very careful, or else you're going to keep turning men off. And the truth is, if they're not asking you out again, there's a reason why. You're not confident enough. You're too needy. You're clingy. You're not, confident enough. You can't accept a compliment. All of these things are scaring men away. Men are attracted to women who have their lives together, who are put together, just like you want a man who has his life together. And the thing is, you can try and fake it. You can sit across from a guy and have a few cocktails. You can act sophisticated. You can dress up beautifully. But men who really are looking for that very special woman, that woman who really has her act together, the one he wants to see again and again, the one who excites him and lights him up, he's looking for a woman who's self-confident, who isn't clingy, who isn't looking to fill a hole in her life with a man. A big turnoff for a man is a woman who starts talking about, where is this going? What are we doing? What do you think of me too quickly? Men know that we're looking for relationships. They're not foolish. They know that we're looking for somebody we can spend our lives with, grow old with. Many of you are young and looking for men who you can have children with, who will marry you, but you've got to first, show that you are confident, that you're not needy, that you're not clingy, that you're not just looking for any guy to fill that hole in your life. Also, a woman who's not too easy sexually, right? I am shocked by the number of women who have sex in the first few dates, sometimes many of them on the first date. Many, many, many women have sex on the first date. And not only that, I talk to a lot of men who say they wish women wouldn't come on to them sexually. So you may think that, for a lot of you, you may get very turned off when men say, come on to you sexually. There's a lot of women out there who come on to men sexually and even on the first date. And I know that sounds shocking for some of you to hear, but it's true. There are plenty of women who get sexual very early on and are using, and you know who you are. Right? Like a lot of you say, no, I don't do that. But there's so many men who tell me, God, I wish a woman wouldn't come on to me sexually on the first date. Where are all the women who won't sleep with you right away? Those are the women I'm looking for. So if you are doing that, watch your alcohol intake on dates. Be very, very, very careful, because men are smarter than you think. Many, many men out there are way smarter than we give them credit for. on dates. So please be careful. All right, everybody, that's Lunch with Lisa. These are some of the ways you may be scaring off men from the very start. You may be too clingy. You may be insecure. You may be needy. You may be trying to fill that hole with a man in your life, and a man can feel it, right? And you may be projecting that you're insecure, that you're clingy, that you can't take a compliment. There are many, many, many subtle ways. Check yourself and see if you're doing this. And of course, having sex too soon is always the big one. So please pay attention to this. I do 3 Facebook Lives a week. Please tell your friends. This is Lunch with Lisa every Monday at noon Mountain Time. I also do one tomorrow, Tuesday, from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Mountain Time. And then I do Getting Inside the Right Male Mind with my husband, Benjamin. And that one is on Sundays from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. Mountain Time. Please join me for any of my Facebook Lives. We are also turning them into podcasts. So please look for my podcast, Dating Without Drama, wherever you get your podcasts. That just aired last Thursday. So I look forward to also having you listen there. All right, everybody, have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye, everybody.